Hi guys, and welcome back to TomTalks. We have got another football video for you today. It's the mid-month video where I will be discussing Manchester United women and what's been a decent month for them so far, of course. The WSL, the Champions League, the inaugural Women's Champions Cup. I will cover the last little bit of transfers, but I'm going to do that in a separate video, the same as I did with the men's football video. That's also got to come out, I suppose, as well. But let's get into it. As I said, it has been a great month for Manchester United women. They've kept up this fantastic run of form. They beat Liverpool 3-1. A game where Liverpool were looking decent. They have improved a bit, but Lisa Knowlson grabs 2. Good game for her. She played really well. Both fantastic finishes as well, set up by Jess Park and Ziggy Olmi. But Knowlson really did the business, and we sealed the win when Vangerheim passed to Lundqvist. Lundqvist plays it into Rolfo. She scores 3-1, game done. And the Swedish connection continues. So a good win there. We then beat Leicester 2-0. I've got to say, we weren't massively convincing in this game. We're lucky we were playing a team who are really struggling for form right now and who are not doing very well at all. But we got the job done. Mallard lays it off to Ziggy Olmi, who tries to cross the ball in for Schuller. It misses Schuller, but it also misses the goalkeeper. 1-0. And then in the second half, as I said, we did our best not to score. But Ziggy plays it into Turland. Great footwork from her and a great finish off the bench. Lizzie Turland has really picked up the pace and is looking a lot better, I've got to say. So props to her. And then we beat Atletico 3-0. Take advantage of a mistake and Allard lays it through to Turland. Nice finish from her. Lovely ball by Miyazawa. The defender doesn't really deal with it. There's an injury there and Mallard takes it. Lovely finish across the goal. 2-0. And, you know, Fallon Tullis-Joyce makes some brilliant saves during that game to keep us in it. And then nice hold-up play from Mallard. Plays it through. And Ziggy finishes off with another goal for her. 3-0. And yeah, I've been really impressed by us in 2 of the 3 games. And even in the other game where I thought we were a bit iffy, we still won 2-0. So that's good. We're getting more goals now, which is good to see. Lizzie Turland is really on form. And she is looking like the finisher that we saw last year. Melvin Mallard has been very good. And she's finally got a goal as well. So that's great to see. Hopefully that will just kick her on, particularly in the WSL. Ziggy Olmi has continued to be fantastic. I've really enjoyed watching her, and she has gone under the radar, but she's getting goals and assists now, so I think people are noticing her a bit more. Jess Parker continues to be pretty good. I think she's dropped off a little bit, but she is still playing very well. Rolfo unfortunately got injured again, which is a real shame. Hopefully she'll be back soon, but she has struggled a bit with injuries this year. Ella Toon is hopefully going to be back soon as well. That would be much needed. Fallon Tullis-Joyce has continued to be very good in goal, particularly in that Atletico game. I mean, so glad to have her back and so glad that she's keeping clean sheets. Maya and Janssen continue to be doing the job at centre-back. Some good blocking, good defending. Hannah Lundqvist has continued to look pretty good. Jade Riviere has been good as well. It's going to be interesting to see who wins out in that battle for that spot. Anna Sandberg, pretty solid stuff to be fair. I think maybe she's not getting as much luck with attacking wise, but she's doing a job defensively. Mia Zara has also continued to be pretty solid in that defensive midfield. I think we're going to miss her when the Asian Cup comes. Hopefully Lisa Knowlson, who had a really good game against Liverpool, but in the other game she's been okay, but not spectacular. Hopefully she can come in and suit that role well. Leah Schuller has been struggling a bit, I've got to say. I hope that she starts to improve at some point because I think we do need her. Vangerheim has looked okay. She's struggling a bit, I think, with the physicality of the league, but, you know, she laid it off for Turland for what was a offside goal in the Atletico game. I don't know whether it's because she's playing on the right and she's not really used to playing on the right there. I think that's probably a matter of we're struggling for people to play in that position, with Park having to play centre because of Toon's injury and because of Bizet being pregnant. But yeah, I mean, there's a few players who I think need to step up a little bit, but overall, I've been very happy with how United's been doing, and I hope we keep up the good form. So we've got 3 more games in February before the international break. We got London City at home in the WSL, which, considering their recent poor form, I think we should be winning. Atletico at home, I think, you know, get the job done. In my opinion, just get 1 goal, 2 goals, and the game's done. So just get the job done there. And then Chelsea away in the FA Cup. It's going to be a difficult one. It's Chelsea, but this isn't prime Chelsea. So I think this is a big opportunity to win this game, and I think it really sends a statement as well ahead of that League Cup final, which is coming up, which I am excited to see who wins that game. So hopefully a good second half to February, but I've been really impressed with United. Attacking wise, we're a lot more lethal. We're looking a bit more solid at the back now. I can't complain. And 1 goal conceded in 3 and 8 scored. Not much to complain about there, really. Next, we're going to move on to the WSL. City are 11 points clear at the moment. Of course, they played last night. They absolutely made a statement by beating Chelsea 5-1. Carolyn scoring a hat-trick and Miedemar grabbing a goal and an assist. And then last night they beat Leicester 6-0. Miedemar scored 2. Hasegawa and Carolyn got a goal and assist. And Lauren Hemp got 2 assists. That's 3 assists over the course of those 2 games. And Kaja Bunnyshaw with a double. City are looking great, I've got to say. That Chelsea win in particular, I think, was a statement win and a sign of, we've replaced you now. We've come here to make a statement. Especially after Chelsea, of course, beat them in that League Cup semi-final. But City are looking good. We're second at the moment. Chelsea are a point behind us in third. They got back to winning after that poor defeat to City by beating Spurs 2-0 with Kira Walsh and Alessia Thompson scoring. She scored 2 goals over those 2 games. She has been the bright spark in that Chelsea team, but they're really there. They needed that win over Spurs for the top 3 race, but this Chelsea team aren't looking amazing, and I think they could quite easily fall out of the top 3 now. Arsenal are in 4th with 29. Big win for them. They beat City 1-0 with Olivia Smith scoring. Again, it sounds like they didn't take the chances, but they got the win. And to beat City is a fantastic result for them. And a big statement for them, making sure they get in the top 3. They're just a point outside. And of course, they've beat Chelsea. And I think they are looking better than Chelsea are at the moment. So for me, I think Arsenal and probably United are going to get top 3 now, but we'll have to see. You never know. Spurs have dropped off a bit in 5th. They're on 26. They're still in that race, though. They beat West Ham 2-1, Holt scoring a crucial late goal. But, of course, they lost to Chelsea. Spurs, I think, have started to peter out a little bit. I think maybe they don't quite have the squad depth to keep up a top 3 challenge. But they should be proud of the season anyway, considering how bad they were last year. They have stepped up the mark. They really have. London City are in 6th on 19. They have not been in great form still under their new manager, but good 2-1 win over Brighton with Godfrey scoring there. They needed that win. They really did. I don't think they're in the relegation conversation, to be quite honest, because I think they're far enough away, but I think they will come to regret sacking the manager the way they did, because they've really fallen off a cliff in terms of form. Brighton are in 7th on 17. No wins for them. Siki has got 2 goals. Haley's got 2 assists, but Brighton are not in a great run of form. Again, I think they're okay for now, but they've got to pick up some results at the end of the season to make sure they don't get dragged into that relegation conversation. Villa have also lost both games. They're in 8th on 16. They are really not playing well at the moment. And yeah, again, they need to be careful. Everton in 9th on 14. They did get rid of their manager, Brian Sorensen, despite a 2-1 win at Villa, with Martina Fernandez scoring twice and Ruby Mays grabbing 2 assists. But it's a good start for their interim, Scott Phelan, who apparently has no managerial experience. They beat London City 1-0. 2 really important wins for Everton. They're picking up the pace. They are seeing games out. And to beat Villa and London City, they are good results. Admittedly, teams who are not in good form, but they're really important results. And it's just giving Everton a bit of a cushion. They're 5 points above bottom now. West Ham are in 10th on 11. Of course, they lost to Spurs very narrowly. But they beat Brighton 3-2. And absolute from 2 goals down as well, with Assayi scoring in that game. Martinez has scored 2 goals in the 2 games. West Ham are they're very unlucky against Spurs, but to get that win over Brighton the way they did it is testament to the fact those players are going for it, and they're now a couple of points above the relegation zone. Liverpool, they lost to United, but they battered Villa 4-1 with Enderby and Martha Thomas amongst the goal scorers. Statement win from them. They are looking a little bit better as well. And yeah, they're now off the bottom because Leicester are bottom. They've been pretty awful. And I've got to say, I think I said at the start of the season I thought they'd go down. But they looked like they were okay. But now it's not looking good for them. And I think the transfer business they've made has not impacted them enough. Against United, they struggled to really have much of an effect on us going forward. So, yeah, I'd be really worried if I was a Leicester fan. City is still pretty clear at the top. Chelsea, Arsenal, United are fighting for top 3 in my opinion. I think Spurs are still there. Best of the rest kind of doesn't exist anymore because of how well the other teams are doing. And then the teams at the bottom are picking up great results, but Leicester are struggling. In the Champions League, as well as United's win over Atletico, Real Madrid got a narrow 3-2 win in Paris over Paris FC, with Caicedo scoring and assisted. Important for them to get that win, especially with the home game next, but good result for them. Arsenal beat OHL 4-0, with Manham scoring twice and Caitlin Ford grabbing 2 assists. Comfortable win for Arsenal, and it means going to the home game, they're pretty comfortable. And Wolfsburg Juventus, though, 2-2. Not surprised. I expected this to be a close one. And Linda grabbing a stoppage time equaliser for Wolfsburg and a great comeback point. Anna Capetta grabbing a goal assist for Juve. It will be really exciting to see who wins that second leg. Of course, I'll be watching United's game, so I won't be able to see it. But really exciting stuff. And I expected it to be. The second legs for those games are next week, and 2 are kind of done, but 2 of them, especially one of them, very much all to play for. And of course, Arsenal won the inaugural Women's Champions Cup by beating Corinthians 3-2. It was a very close game. They scored a stoppage time penalty, but Caitlin Ford with the winner in extra time. And a nail-biting game, but the Gunners got the job done at the Emirates with the home crowd. And another trophy to add to the cabinet there, so they'll be happy about that. Which are all the results, really. We will just highlight now the games to look forward to. Tomorrow or Sunday, today, depending on time of record, on time of upload. We've got Villa Spurs, which I think is interesting because it's 2 teams who need a result. And Everton West Ham is a huge game at the bottom. Really big fixture. On the 22nd, we move to the FA Cup. West Ham versus Brighton is going to be a big game. And Liverpool-Everton, a Merseyside derby, and Chelsea United as well. It's good day of football. And then on the Monday, the 23rd, London City versus Spurs will be an interesting one. And I guess a London derby of sorts. I don't know. But that is the women's football roundup for the start of February. As I said, there will be a transfer roundup separate to this video, so stay tuned for that. And of course, there'll be an international break as well, so I will be interested to see how England does in that. I think we will probably either cover that in the next video or in the first video for March. We'll have to see. But let me know, guys, how are you feeling about Manchester United women? Do you think that they're doing really good? Do you think they should get top 3 now? How far do you think they'll get in the Champions League? Will they beat Chelsea in the Cup? In terms of the WSL in general, is the title done now? Or has that Arsenal result kept it open for City? Who's going to get in the top 3? Who's going down now? Do you think Leicester? Or do you think they can find something to spur them on? And then who's going through in the Champions League and the FA Cup as well? Let me know in the comments. But until next time, folks, this has been another TomTalks. So, because the video failed to upload yesterday, I'm going to add a little bit on from yesterday's results here. So, again, even more content than you expected. United beat London City 2-1. I did not like the way it was looking in the first half. I think London City were pressing us. You know, Nikita Paris gets the goal early on. Lovely header from her. Probably should have had another goal. You know, Fallon made a decent save. She also, that pass to Paris, that was poor. We looked really just worrying at the back. We equalise. I mean, a fabulous goal from Jess Park. A really brilliant moment of individual brilliance. It's just what you expect from her, really. I think I said in the video that she was not playing as well as before, but still playing good. But like, yeah, that is the quality you get with Jess Park, and she was fantastic. And Millie Turner, who I think this was her first start since the reverse fixture, ironically. Letizier plays a lovely free kick in. Zigotti leaves it. I believe it was Zigotti. It might have been Vangerheim. And then Turner heads it up. It's a fabulous header. It loops over the goalie so she can't save it. And it's a fantastic header from Turner. And it was a bit of a nervy finish, but we got the job done. I think 5 changes may have been too many from Mark Skinner. And I've got to say, Vangerheim is really struggling on the right. I don't think she's a right winger. And I think, you know, it's difficult because Ella Toon apparently won't be back now till probably after the League Cup final. So that's worrying. Leah Schuller is still struggling up there. That's a bit of a worry, I've got to say. Mallard was ill. So, you know, illness is fine. She's missed the match. But I forgot that Anna Sandberg got injured in the Madrid game. She's going to be out for a while, which is worrying because Gabby George, I have said before, I don't think she's quite at the levels to be our starting left back. And in this game and in other games, she's shown that. She has played well at centre-back, I've got to say, but I'm not sure if she's our starting left back. But with Anna out injured, that's a worry. Jade Riviere went off as well. That's a bit of a worry. I'm a bit more confident there because, as I've said, I've been singing the praises of Hannah Lundqvist. So that's not so bad. But if you put all these things in context, Miyazawa is also going to be missing soon because of the Asia Cup. I am a little bit worried about that cup final now. And it is reminding me a bit of the FA Cup final where Jade Riviere wasn't there. We were missing some others through injury. I'm a little bit concerned now, I've got to say. These injuries are piling up. And also, like, when you look at some of our other players, Simia Wujo looks like she's struggling, whether she's playing on the right or in a cam. Again, I wonder whether she should be playing there. Is that her best position? I don't know. I think Mark Skinner is trying things and they're not really working. And I think when our best 11 isn't out there, we do look a bit exposable. Turner had a good game, but Janssen and Letizia do look a lot more secure at centre-back, I've got to say. But yeah, yesterday's performance was a bit worrying. And I am very worried about the lack of Anna Sandberg going forward. I'm worried about, Vangerheim on the right until Toon's back. I'm worried about a few things. But, yeah, we got the job done. We got a win. You take it and you go. Fair enough. But there is a few things I am slightly worried about. In the other games, Spurs won 7-3 against Villa. That is a statement result. Tanberg grabs 2, Gamset, Holt, Hamano, and Blackstad grabbed a goal and assist. Kirsty Hansen continued a good form with 2 goals. She's having a very good season. I have a feeling she'll be leaving Villa in the summer. But great win for Spurs that takes them level on points with Arsenal, who didn't play again because the Brighton game was postponed. I don't know why. Something to do with the stadium, apparently. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what's going on there. Brighton weren't playing at home either, so in the FA Cup, the men's team, sorry. So I don't understand again. It's a bit weird, I've got to say. I don't understand it, but great win for Spurs. 7 goals. You can't complain at that. But Villa, they're down to 9th now, and they might be walking into that relegation conversation again. Chelsea beat Liverpool 2-0 with Lauren James grabbing a goal assist. Good for her, as I feel like she's not had the best of seasons. But it keeps Chelsea in the top 3 for the time being, although Arsenal have 2 games in hand now, so as long as they win those, which is Leicester and Brighton, which are very winnable games, they'll be in the top 3. They'll be second, actually. And Everton beat West Ham 1-0 with Hayashi scoring again. She's having a decent season. And Hannah Blundell getting an assist. Nice to see her getting off the mark in terms of goal contributions, having, of course, left United. Well, she's not technically left United yet, but she's on loan and her contract expires in the summer. But another great win for Everton, who are up to 8th now. And these last 3 games where they've won them all, they're moved 7 points clear of the... they're 8 points clear of the relegation zone now. So Everton are doing the business and they are looking really good. It's disappointing for West Ham, but not the end of the world, I suppose, for them. They've just got to, make sure they pick up the results where they need to, because I just think with the signings they've made and with the team they already have, they are a little bit better than Leicester. So, yeah, just a few little things to talk about there. I say a few little things, it's an extra 7-8 minutes to the video there. But United have closed the gap to 8 points as well. I still think City's got the league in the bag, to be quite honest. I can't see them dropping that many points. Even if Arsenal win their next 2 games, it's still a 7-point gap here. But yeah, a little bit worried about United, I've got to say. But we get the job done. Great win for Spurs and really important win for Everton. And Chelsea got the job done against Liverpool. So